Hi, this is Carol Ray. I'm the owner of Notary2Pro, and we're inviting you here to see a glimpse of what we teach and our method of training professional signing agents at Notary2Pro. There's a couple of topics that I'd like to cover here. One of them is competency. As a signing agent, you need to serve as the ears and the eyes of the title companies. Also want to talk about the definition, your observation when it comes to competency. When do you stop the transaction, and your liability as a notary? First of all, competency is defined as being legally capable. Being incompetent could be that a person is suffering from a medical condition such as Alzheimer's, or they're taking medication that impairs their judgment. They may be under the influence of alcohol or a controlled substance. If this is the case, the transaction must be stopped if any of these conditions exist. Title insurance policies provide coverage against claims for duress, incompetency, or incapacity. If a principal shows signs of incompetency, the title company depends on the signing agent to stop the transaction if they detect either of these situations. Now, title companies do not expect you as the signing agent to give a medical opinion regarding the competency of a person. But an individual can form an opinion of a person's competency based on their observation and conversation. If the signing agent suspects that the signer is not fully competent, they should ask a few questions, ask the signer if they know what they are signing and what the document means. Depending on the answers, the signing agent may choose to ask additional questions, such as the day, the year, the time nearest to the nearest hour, and perhaps even the name of the current president. The questions and the answers should be documented and in the file. This documentation can prove to be crucial evidence if the competency of the signer is ever challenged. And there are certain things that you can observe. If a signer appears to be under the influence of alcohol, the signing should then be rescheduled for another time. If the signer does not appear to be competent for some other reason, the signing agent should stop the process altogether. Depending on the exact concern, the principal may have to provide a letter from their medical doctor as to their ability to make financial decisions. If their doctor does not deem them capable, a conservator or a guardian could be appointed by the appropriate court. You need to be aware of the fact that you, as a notary, can be held personally liable for notarizing the signature of an incompetent person. Your personal liability would include claims against your notary bond or your errors and omissions insurance. Notaries who refuse to notarize a document for someone who appears to be incompetent should document the refusal in their notary journal. If after asking a few questions as described above, the notary deems the signer competent, then the notary should document their journal accordingly. Documents signed by an incompetent person can be challenged. If the document, for instance, was a deed transferring title, and it's proven that the signer was not legally capable, the transfer can be overturned. The title insurer would have to defend the insured, which could result in a very costly claim to them. Notaries are the best defense to prevent these claims. Next, I'd like to touch base with the subject of oaths and affirmations. We're going to cover the difference between the two, administering the oath, the affirmation, what to carry with you, and when to administer the oath. The difference between the oath and the affirmation are that the oath requires the person to swear to a higher being. A sample oath might be, do you solemnly swear that any statements made when signing this document are true to the best of your knowledge, so help you God? An affirmation requires that a person is on their honor or under penalty of perjury, acknowledging the truth and accuracy of the document they are signing. So a sample affirmation might be, do you affirm the accuracy of the statements made by you in the following document to be signed. When a person takes the oath, they are promising that they are making true and correct statements to the best of their knowledge. There's three components that go into an oath and an affirmation. One is to ask the signer to attest to the truth of the information given. That goes to the component of accuracy. Ask the signer to attest that they are who they say they are. That goes to identity. And ask the signer to attest that they did not make any false statements, and that goes to the truth. Now, the affirmation is an oral or written declaration made by a person who has an objection to taking oaths. They are certifying under the penalty of perjury that the declarations are true. For years, it covers both the oath and the affirmation. Do you solemnly swear or affirm upon pain of perjury that you are, and you say their name, that the signature you will place on these documents is your customary and usual signature, that you are executing these documents voluntarily for the purposes and the considerations stated therein, and that with respect to any affidavits, the allegations therein are true and correct to the best of your knowledge and belief. I have come to find out that many notaries do not administer the oath when they're doing signings, and this can really get people into a lot of trouble. What I suggest to make it easier is that you take your oath out at the very beginning of the signing, administer the oath to them, and then let the people know, let the signers know that this oath is going to be in effect throughout the entire signing. And then as you come to documents that require that an oath be taken, any affidavits, anything like that, then you can just very gently remind them that they are still under oath and everything that they have to say or sign is the truth, and they agree with what's in the document. One of the major reasons for doing that, I was speaking to one of my students actually today, and we were talking about a man who insisted on lying. She kind of knew he was lying about something. He was saying that he was not married when he was, and there was a big problem because of it. Had she been taken to court on that and been asked by either the judge or an attorney if she had administered the oath when he signed that affidavit, if she couldn't tell him the yes that she had administered the oath, she could be in trouble. But if you do it every single time, every signing, you administer the oath, you can mark your notary journal or just know that that's a habit of yours. It makes it really easy. If a judge were to ask you, did you administer the oath? You can answer honestly and truthfully that yes, you did. It's a matter of your routine. You do it every single time, and the judge will believe you. Well, you've just seen a couple of the topics that we cover in both our Professional Signing Agent course and the Advanced Beyond the Basic course. I hope that you enjoyed this presentation, and if you'd like to see more, please visit us using the link here at Signing Agent School. Many companies all over the country recognize our certified graduates as providing the most professional service in the business. They have the reputation for service excellence. To receive our certification, you'll need to take our basic course and achieve a minimum score of 90% on our exam. Thank you for watching. This is Carol Ray. Have a great day.